The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go from SoFi. First and 10. Herbert gonna throw on this first play. He'll go right and find his running back. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd and a yard. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Herbert now on first down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. And the Chargers have the first down. Man in motion is Brown. Herbert to the air again. There is his tight end, Dissly.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Man in motion is Brown. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Shotgun now for Herbert. That is intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he...
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Back left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play there.
And he is going to go down. They sack him to end the first quarter. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. So that'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punch it away. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. It finds the hands of Marquise Brown. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Up the middle they go. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. Man in motion is Brown. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Jalen Phillips that time, in there for the sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, And now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
First grab of the game for Brown. Good enough for a first down.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time, Mike, talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and we saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play.
That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so...
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
Firing right side, brought in by Brown. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. And in motion is Brown. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw, it's Herbert. He connects with Dissly. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Herbert to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Herbert. That's going to be pulled in by Brown. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. Now Herbert again. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. So no scoring as of yet. Nothing here at the break as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you very much. These two offensive coordinators, they have been busy. What can they do to generate some offense in this second half to come? Well, nothing on the scoreboard in the first two quarters. Who can make the breakthrough? We are back underway, quarter number 3. Scoreless game. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he takes off. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, faking the give. That one is complete to McBride. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
And with the defenders biting on that hard play action, the tight end knows he's going to be open once he crosses that linebacker. All his quarterback has to do is get his hips turned around and deliver the ball on target, and it's an easy first down.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's to the right side. Caught by McBride.
Mike, anytime you're facing man coverage, there's 3 components. 1, the release. You got to get off the line and get into your route. Number 2, creating separation at the top of the break. And then number 3, no matter where the ball is thrown, just go attack it. This is exactly how it's supposed to be done.
They'll throw here on 3rd. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. What a play by the defense in a tie game. Not only do they come up with the turnover, Greg, they score the touchdown and take the lead.
And that's just a mistake, Mike, at this point in the game that you just cannot make on offense. You find yourself in a game that could go either way, and you just gift wrap the opposing team a chance to take it back the other way and take the lead.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That's complete his big target, McBride. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
And the Cardinal first down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It finally seems that this offense has found their rhythm after what's been a really slow first 2 quarters. They're hopeful that this series can be the spark. They continue to be efficient in the passing game and go finish this drive.
And he's going to be taken down.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and he's open to...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
He'll look to throw. The pressure all over him. He goes down again.
It's hard to imagine where this offense found themselves just 2 plays earlier. Now after suffering 2 sacks, this 3rd and goal looks a heck of a lot different than it did not too long ago.
Back-to-back sacks back him up. What's going to happen now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Odell Beckham Jr. there. And now it's 4th and goal. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This, from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And in motion is Brown. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. And in motion is Brown. A handoff as they try to run it here. They face 2nd down and 7. Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll run the sneak. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Shotgun now for Herbert. Open man is Davis. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
He's going to air this one out. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. That's the safety, Budda Baker.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. It's 2nd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked up by Asante Samuel Jr. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Man in motion is Brown. Down the sideline. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown Chargers. His 12th touchdown of the year. Point after now from Dicker. The kick is good. And the Chargers extend their advantage to 14-3. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. He'll drop to throw. The open man is Wilson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Now, second and inches. They'll drop to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is taken in by the defense.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage. And I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself. And in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Cards going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. On the ground, it's Kamani Vidal. And he'll work his way up past the 10 to the 15. That's good enough to give him some breathing room and give him a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Back to the ground after the penalty. And this will be good enough for a first down as he gets up past the 25. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. They didn't quite get the shutout they were hoping for and likely deserved. This was a tremendous defensive performance. They held the other guys to just a field goal. That's all. And that defensive unit was the driving force